Project Origin is a technology demonstrator for the Small Mission Equipment Transport, SMIT, program of record, as well as the Robotic Combat Vehicle Emerging Program. What we do is we take technology that the soldiers like, we put it on the vehicle, test it in a field environment with the soldiers, and get their feedback, and then provide that feedback to the program managers for the RCV and the SMIT so that they don't waste valuable Army resources on stuff the soldiers don't like. So Origin's a sensor platform. It's a telepresence. It's not a soldier. It's not as good as a soldier. Never will be as good as a soldier. But it gives the soldier an ability to read the terrain and detect threats.
Really the goals for the soldier operational experiment are to use the Origin platforms as an RCV light surrogate and as a tech demonstrator so we can get soldier feedback of how the key enabling technologies, as we view them, perform in a relevant tactical scenario.
Some of the technologies that we have helped feed into the RCV program is the SOM, which is the Screening Obscuration Module. It is a very small, probably maybe 2 feet by 1.5 foot payload that generates a tremendous amount of smoke. And that can quickly be added onto any vehicle. Another payload that they have picked up from us is the tethered UAS. We are using Hoverfly's brand UAS, and that has the capability of lifting either a radio repeater or an EOIR, which is a gimbaled camera payload. Usually out of these events, we're going to get additional comments on how to improve the current payloads that we have to make it more, say, user-friendly or operationally more effective. And based on that, we'll have several months before our next event to be able to improve on those capabilities, either improving the software GUI interface or changing the hardware, maybe the field of view on a lens.
Where we started from was really just some ideas on a PowerPoint as to what we thought Origin was able to do, maybe a way forward as to how we could integrate it into an infantry formation. But where we are now is just absolutely impressive, to say the least, from when we take a look at what we're doing with respect to how we're integrated some of the key technologies. We had no idea we could take it this far. And honestly, it's a testament to the hard work from the RCV enterprise. This is the whole span of CC DevCom working together to deliver these capabilities, whether it be from Armament Center, integrating the lethality systems, C5ISR, integrating the AIDTR algorithms. This is a product of a lot of different people working very hard to bring this capability to fruition. Behind us, out in the woods, you see the very first manned-unmanned teaming infantry platoon in the United States Army. So it's never been done before, where we're having large unmanned ground combat vehicles integrated into a traditional force structure.
Well, the soldiers have been incredibly eager to learn, and incredibly receptive, and they just pick it up quick. There is some learning curve as far as like switching between the weapon and the payloads and the vehicle. I would say probably 2 days on the ground, and they were showing me some things I didn't know it did. So I'm really happy with their enthusiasm.
I love that it was able to get over the terrain no problem. It crossed creeks, did everything just fine. But there were some parts where we really had to slow down, really rethink it. And if we had recovery options on there, we could just plow right through it, pull right through it, whatever we need to do to get through it. Every other system on it worked well. The jammer worked when we were over there about to move on the objective and they were sending drones at us. They couldn't even get them near us because they were all being blocked and turned around. Being able to send this and not people. We didn't have to take time from the platoon to move someone out and do a recon or whatnot or get more information somewhere else. We were able to drive to it and be able to get all that information from just sitting in our ORP. We could get all the information to us without disclosing where our location was. Having much more of a screening capability and an ability to screen yourself so that the enemy can't see you and whatnot in an light infantry platoon. We only have a small smoke grenade. This has a full entire smoke generator on it. It was very, very good, and we use that quite a bit. The thermal cameras and whatnot, we don't normally carry in the light infantry platoon. If we do, only a couple people have the thermal capabilities. But to have this system as a thermal, it was much more clear, and it's not going to run through batteries really fast, just like they would of our little handheld thermals. So the thermal capabilities on the cameras on this definitely were something a very highlight, and that really worked well. And using the tethered UAS, that was able to give us a perspective that we didn't see before, and be able to feed us information about the objective.
This is totally new. The light infantry is used to their rucksack and their weapon. They're used to looking at a map, getting an azimuth, moving out, making contact, executing their battle drills to attack. And now you're saying, hey, stick this in your formation. And oh, by the way, pull somebody off of your formation to use it. So they're gonna figure that out. And that's what we're doing, we're figuring it out. End of the night last night, I couldn't have been more happy with the enthusiasm they had, the ideas they generated. And we're capturing that to develop the tactics, techniques, and procedures of how to employ it, where it goes as far as the organization, and then more importantly, is it useful? Right now, I would say, yeah, they're saying it's useful. Me, I came in the Army when we didn't have much electronics on our weapons, not much in our rucksacks, so this is quite different. And I would not, definitely would not, be the program manager for this if I didn't think there was some utility for the soldiers. I would say no thank you, because I don't want to waste their time, and I don't want to give them something that burdens them and possibly puts them in danger.